Welcome back to my channel. This is another edition of HeadShoward Shave Well, and today is very much a long-awaited episode. Today I'm going to be using for the very first time the Gillette Fatboy. Now, the reason why that's so special is that the Gillette Fatboy, I think, from all the coverage and other blogs and opinions that I've seen online, seems to be the golden child, certainly in the US, which is the mecca of traditional wet shaving, really, in the home of Gillette. But the Fatboy seems to have grabbed the imagination in America more than any other razor. I mean, there's so many good vintage razors, of course, but the Fatboy is the one that's really, really grabbed the attention. And with good reason too, because it's an incredibly special razor. Originally called the Gillette 195 because that was the cost, $1.95. But because of its short handle and chubby nature, it was henceforth called the Gillette Fatboy. Now, I'm not an expert on the history of the Fatboy, but I'm well aware that it is historic and it's many people's favourite razor. It's an adjustable razor and it's a super speed razor. So it's a really, really nice example of what's possible when you get your engineering act together like Gillette did. This particular one is code dated F4. You probably won't see this, but either side of the column at the base, you may make that out, it says F4, and what that means is the F stands for 1960 and the 4 stands for the fourth quarter of that year. So this particular razor was made in the fourth quarter of 1960. Now, I got very lucky with this particular razor because there was a switchover in the end cap. Now, this end cap here, the first style that was used, was very easy to remove, and it meant cleaning inside and dismantling the razor a lot easier. But in 1959, or the end of 1959, they decided to switch over to a different type of cap, which was a lot more difficult to remove. Performance and everything stayed the same, aesthetics, everything else stayed the same, but people, if possible, were trying to get the earlier model. The good news is, although my razor was made after the threshold, they ended up using old parts. So if you can see these two holes on either side of the cap end, you can use a little tool to just unscrew that cap. It makes life a little bit easier. So I've got a razor that's after the threshold, but I got very lucky because the old part was used. But I've been aware of Fatboys, literally from a few weeks in, really. I do my own videos, but I watch a lot of videos as well, and so many people, there's so many videos on the Fatboy. It's so loved. It really is a piece of American history. It's like, like the Harley Davidson of razors, really, if you like. Geo Fatboy, it's his favourite razor. He also likes the Harley Davidson. There's just something really American about it, so I'm delighted to use it. And I believe it was only made in America. I'm not aware that any were made in Britain or anything like that. So this is a real piece of American history here, and I cannot wait to use it. I'm gonna keep it Gillette to an extent in terms of blade today. So I'm gonna go with my Gillette Wilkinson sword. And the reason why I think that's a good idea is because I've been using that blade for a while now, really consistently. So I've got a really good understanding of what that blade does, and I love it. I can't speak highly enough. So to use it today gives me a real measure on the actual performance of this razor. How good is it going to be? I really don't know. I'm expecting it to be good because everyone loves it. Will I like it as much as my British junior aristocrat? I don't know. I hope so, but I just don't know. But I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to bring this to you. And this particular one, I'm hoping comes across, is beautifully replated. This was in a sorry state when I bought it, but it allowed me to buy it at a really good price. I bought it over here in England, and I've sent it over to Chris Evert at razorplate.com. How you doing, Chris? And he did an amazing, incredible job at replating this and bringing it back to factory new. Unbelievable. So, today is the day of reckoning. Let's give the Fatboy a go. I'm going to use, I'm still in Ireland travelling, for those that have watched my previous videos, so I don't have a huge amount of stock with me, so I'm going to use the Pro Rasso again, which I used in the last video. This is the sensitive version, but any of the Pro Rasso shaving creams are phenomenal. I'm also going to repeat the brush I used in the last video. It's my Yaki Professional 30mm knot brush, which is fantastic for head shaving. And we're going to follow up with some Allen Block, and I'm actually going to use some Arco Gold Power Cologne today. Very, very cheap, but very, very nice and effective aftershave splash. Because it's so cheap and it comes in this sort of shower gel style packaging, really. I just splash it on. I probably use more than I need to, but I like the experience of it. And this particular one is a really close clone of Paco Rabanne 1 million. Or so they say. I've never smelt it, but who am I to disbelieve them? So yeah, this is going to be a good one, a historic one, and I'm really looking forward to it. The Gillette Fatboy. I finally get to sample Americans' favourite razor. Let's start getting ready. Right, there we are. Got my head showered, which is the perfect preparation for a head shave. Everything's nice and soft. I'm going to use a bit more, about double the amount of toothpaste that I would use in terms of cream. Into the middle of the brush, straight on the noggin. Right, let's start building up some lather. Really going to take my time and enjoy this shave, so forgive me if it's a slightly longer video. Depends what editing I do, but I'm going to enjoy this. Add more water. Water. Look at that, people. Look at that. What a fantastic lather. Effortless. Pro Rasso cream. Huge 30mm synthetic knot. Boom. In the room. Right. Here goes. Here goes. Woohoo! Okay, so what have I done? I put it on 3. A lot of people will be screaming now, you pussy, why have you got it on 3? Let's start with 3, see what it feels like. We'll cut around the ears and see where we go from there. Fantastic. Let's go. Wow, that was smooth. That was smooth. I think we can go up. Let's try. Let's go to 5. Let's be daring. Let's unclasp it. Come round to 5. Tighten up. Final quarter turn. There we go. Let's see what that works like. Oh yeah, that's nice. Much better feedback instantly. So that tells me that this could be an incredibly sensitive, mild razor if you want it to be. I mean, I had it on 3 there, and the difference between that and 5 tells me that if you enjoy a mild shave or you're a beginner, this is certainly a razor for you. That's good. I'm impressed. Right, that's the cutting in done. Let's go with the grain, people. It's got a nice hefty weight in my hand that feels very, very nice. I have to say that is a very, very smooth razor. This is good, people. This is very good. Wow. They say don't believe the hype. I think you can with this razor. Let's see how the rest of the shave goes. Take it nice and easy. Brilliant first pass. Absolutely brilliant. Very, very pleased with that as the first pass. Very, very pleased. Right, let's go with lather number 2. Plenty to go around. Absolutely plenty. Right, now. Okay. Now let's go across the grain. Okay, there we go. Another fantastic pass. Absolutely. I see a tiny spot of blood down there on some of the foam that's come off, but I couldn't honestly tell you where it's come from because I can't feel it, but wow, that's a really enjoyable razor. Third pass is always the killer. This is the one that goes against the grain. This is the one that catches all the stragglers. My favourite pass. Let's do a third lather. Beautiful Proraso. Beautiful soft synthetic Yaki 30mm knot. I just find it helps when you're head shaving, the bigger the knot. It holds more lather, which it needs to because it's a bigger surface, but it's just so good for coverage. Just makes life so nice and easy. Beautiful, plenty left there, look, I mean, effortless. Right, let's do that third and final pass with the Fatboy, and let's go against the grain. So we get another little spot of blood there. There's something going on, causing me no irritation whatsoever. Let's get it finished. See a little spot here, look. So, it's fantastic. Beautiful. Oh, baby butt smooth. Amazing. Baby butt smooth. Wow. So there you have it. Oh my God, that is so smooth. Wowzers. So there you have it, people. Do believe the hype. The Gillette Fatboy, wowee, is the real deal. Wow, that is fantastic. Wow, what a good shave. Let's get a bit of Allen up there. Get a bit of feedback. That's definitely where the cut's coming from, somewhere over here. That sting immediately. But this stuff's great for that. Oh, that's a close shave. I'm getting that little tingle all over. Nothing too irritational apart from that corner, but yeah, that's a close shave, all right. Not too close. That's impressive. That is impressive. I tell you what, people, for those that don't do this with an Allen after, you are missing out. This helps enormously. It helps with any nicks or grazes. It helps cut out any irritation that may come along after. It helps to tone and condition your skin beautifully afterwards. And do it, try it. It's like, it feels lovely. Very, very new, important part of my shave, that. I was aware of them from the start, but kind of used them in the beginning, but didn't have a particularly good one and was an awkward shape. But since seeing a few of the other more experienced, better shave vloggers than me use the square one, I thought that looks better, much nicer for certainly a head application. So there we go, we let that sink in. So when we let that absorb in, before we put the aftershave on, what do we know? So we now know that the Gillette Fatboy is the real deal. That is impressive. That's every bit as good as my British Junior Aristocrat. I'm gonna have to put those two on par. I mean, it's just the one shave, but wow, that was amazing. I got mine on 5, so I'm middle of the road. It can go way more aggressive than that, and it can come way milder than that. So it really is a razor for all occasions. It's got a beautiful heft, which means that I don't need to apply any pressure at all. The weight of the razor is everything you need. You've just got to give it that final quarter turn, which I think Razor Emporium are very good at pointing out. And yeah, enjoy it, because it is amazing to use. I mean, I've got quite big hands, and that heft is very, very comfortable in my fingers. But I think everyone's going to enjoy that, because it's hefty but short, which makes it, you know, quite ergonomic to hold, which is really nice. I mean, I instinctively put my little finger on the end there. I didn't realise that, but that just makes it really nice for me. So I'm really, really, really impressed with that razor. But I've just got to point out, if that's the head shave I got on a number 5, and boy, that was smooth. One of my online shaving buddies, Flash Boredom, how you doing, Flash, if you're watching this? He uses his on a 9, which is the top grade you can go. He shaves his head on a 9. I dread to think how aggressive that might be. I'll have to work up to that maybe one day, but 5 for me was absolutely spot on. Really, really enjoyed that. So, conclusion, amazing. It is the legend that people say it is. And if you're looking to collect razors like me in a modest fashion, then the Fatboy has to become part of your collection. And if you can't find a really, really nice one, get one that's a bit rough around the edges, because razorplate.com can replate it and bring it up as good as new. So, right, without further ado, let's put some of that Arco cologne on. Beautiful. Oh, I love this bit. A smooth head, a hand for the juicy smelling cologne. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to walk downstairs now, and my missus is going to go, oh, you smell nice, babe. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I do. Lovely. People, fantastic. Think about it, Fatboy. If you can do it, do it. But that's the end of the video now, so I'll bring one up in another couple of days, and I'll try and do something more interesting. But thanks for watching. If you aren't a subscriber to the channel, then just click on the button in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to the channel. I'll be delighted to have you. If you've got any comments or you want to chat, leave a comment. Absolutely no problem at all. Good to do a video for you. I'll do another one quickly, and I want everyone to take care of themselves, stay safe, and start to enjoy life a little bit more as things begin to ease around the lockdown. So as we spring into life, have fun, shave well, use it as an opportunity for a bit of mindfulness, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Take care of yourself now.